Okay, it's 2 o'clock and we are reconvening our special board meeting to interview commissioner candidates. And I believe our next candidate should be ready to go here pretty quick.
Okay, let me send the invite here. Okay, we'll just wait for her to respond here.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. She's coming in.
How's that?
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Ms. McMurray, my name is Bruce Ansell. I'm the chair of the Board of Commissioners for Fire District 21 and want to thank you for taking the time to meet with us today and appreciate your wonderful resume that you submitted for the open position. The interview should take less than 30 minutes. We've got about 10 questions to ask you. And if I don't know if you might know one of our other commissioners, Mr. Crawford.
I do.
And then Scott is here with us as well. So welcome.
Thank you.
If you're ready, we'll get started.
I am. I'm nervous.
Oh, don't be. We have, like I said, 10 questions. We've interviewed 2 other candidates and have one more after you. Our intent is to meet an executive session at the completion of the interviews and choose a candidate. So you will know one way or another before the end of business today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So to begin with, our first question is, why do you want to become a fire commissioner for District 21?
Well, for me, as a burn survivor, well, one, it's another way to give back to my community. But as a burn survivor, I have firsthand experience of the jobs of our local first responders. And I also am married to a retired firefighter who had 32 years of service and directed a children's burn camp for 17 years. So I have a great fondness for fire departments and fire service.
Sure. All right.
Okay. What is your understanding of the commissioner role?
Well, I'd see it as an overseeing of the fire departments and major purchases and training. So you have professional and efficient emergency services. And I've been watching some of your previous commissioner meetings just to kind of get a feel for what you guys do. And it reminds me of a few years ago, I served on our church board, and it was kind of the same. We were kind of the overseers of the church and the different committees, but we weren't involved in every day-to-day little decisions. The committees reported if there was a problem, we helped them with it. If they needed money, funds for an upcoming project, we made decisions on that. But we just mostly just kept track of the pulse of the church and all the various committees that were elected to do their jobs, and just kind of assist with, and plus being accountable to our church members for the monies and where we spent them. So I
Okay,
kind of feel like this is the same kind of role.
Thank you very much.
Hey, good afternoon, Kim. Thanks
Hi.
for taking some time out and answering these questions that we got for you. Part of the fire district's vision statement states we accomplish our mission through fiscal responsibility. What does fiscal responsibility mean to you?
Being accountable to the taxpayers and being transparent with their money. And as working for a small business, it's, sorry, I'm really nervous. Let me go back. One of my previous jobs was working for a property management company, and those owners were pit bulls. They wanted to know where every last penny went of their money on their properties. And so I had to give them a monthly accounting of every last penny collected, every last penny spent, a report on why and how and what we spent it on. And we had to just, it was full accountability. And same with working for my father. We work together, but it's being responsible for the budgets, because everything goes through me, all the income and the expenses, incoming, outgoing, all goes through my desk. And I don't know what that,
Okay,
does that
thanks.
answer your question? Are you?
It sounds like you understand fiscal responsibility at least, and obviously how it would affect our taxpayers. Tell us what you feel are some key issues facing the fire district in the next 5 to 10 years. Do you have any thoughts on what's happening, where we're going, what might be some challenges for us?
Well, just as a local citizen, I'm constantly amazed by how many apartments and condos and houses are being built. The growth and expansion of Whatcom County is shocking sometimes. So for me, that's kind of a twofold problem, or not really a problem. It's more income because we have more citizens, more houses, more taxpayers, but at the same time, it means we have more citizens to protect with our fire departments. And with what we've seen with COVID, a lot more medical calls. And if the wildfires decide to move west, I mean, there's a lot of things, plus when and what is the next pandemic that's coming. And
All right.
What are your views regarding the fire district's consolidation?
I'm not fully knowledgeable about that. I've heard a little bit, and reading things on your website, I have a little bit of knowledge. But for me, it seems like it would be a positive of merging resources and personnel and working together for the services that the fire departments provide. It seems like a win-win of inventory and expenses. And
Okay.
Kim, do you feel there are any conflicts of interest that may arise if you get appointed to the fire board?
no,
Okay. Have you ever worked in a union or have worked with union personnel in the workforce?
never had that kind of job.
you have any issues or concerns about unions?
No. Don't have enough knowledge.
The board meets once a month. We meet every third Thursday at 1 in the afternoon. And of course, now we're involved in a regional fire authority committee, and oftentimes there's an occasional special meeting. Do you foresee any problems attending meetings on a regular basis?
No. I work for a family business. I take time to speak and travel and go to conferences, and it's part of our way we operate.
Okay, thank you.
If you're not selected for this position, would you be willing to accept a future? Come on, Scott. I went blank and I'm reading it. I'm reading.
Scott's
Okay,
kind of nervous today. No.
Oh, good. You're on my team then.
I'm always
you.
nervous. An
Unexpired term.
yeah, there you go. Bye-bye.
So I'll rephrase the question for you, Kimberly. If you're not selected today for this position, would you be willing to accept a future unexpired term or another committee appointment or assist in some way?
Yes, I would.
Do you have any questions regarding the position of commissioner? It sounds like you have been doing a little bit of sleuthing in the background. Do you have any?
But you got to do your homework. I do have a question. In your handbook, it says that the commissioners are supposed to have errors and omissions insurance privately. Is that something you require, or each of you have?
The district provides that.
Oh, okay.
So that is something that's managed by the district. We're insured as part of our elected position. The district insures us for errors
okay.
and omissions. So it's not something you would have to go out and purchase on your own.
Okay.
We try not to make errors, but you
Right.
never.
Well, right. True.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like us to know?
No, I thank you for your time and giving me the opportunity to interview.
Yeah, I appreciate you being interested, and like you said, the fact that you've done some background checking on us is interesting as well.
Well,
Go ahead.
Sorry. I've spent a lot of time too working for the American Burn Association and Harborview and Phoenix Society for Burn Survivors, which also encompasses anybody and everybody involved with burns. So the physicians, nurses, OTPT, as well as firefighters are involved in each of those groups. And so we do a lot together, nationally, internationally, and it's been a great. I never would choose to be burned, but I wouldn't change it now. It's just all the opportunities and people I've met, and it's been a great adventure and journey.
Well,
so I'm happy to give back.
You're a wonderful testimonial to perseverance. I can't imagine what you have gone through. I spent a year down at Harborview as a paramedic student in 1984, 85. So we may have crossed paths at some
I was
point.
just gonna say, yeah, next Tuesday will be 35 years. So
yeah. So congratulations to you and the efforts that you've done on behalf of burn survivors.
you got to give back.
Well, not everybody feels that way, but it's nice to hear that. So if you don't have anything else for us, we appreciate your time, and we will certainly let you know the outcome here after our meeting.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you, Kim.
See you. Thanks to you all.
All right. Have a good
Okay.
afternoon.
Have a great day.
Keep you're on. Okay, there we are. You're back.
Okay.
So I know that Jennifer has a work commitment, correct?
Yes,
She works for the school district,
correct.
and she's a hard 315.
That's what I was told. Yes. So I believe we're gonna have to stick to that. I don't know. You want to recess until then, or
Yeah, unless Jenny has any different information for us.
she just said she affirmed the 3:15 time.
Okay, all right. So if there's no other questions or concerns, I think we can recess until 3:15. We'll reconvene and do our last interview unless anyone has anything before we go. John, you're good?
Yeah, I'm good. 3:15 works.
All right, do the same thing, leave this thing running so we don't mess it up.
Yep.
All right,
Okay.
stop the live stream and we'll be back